Hi, so Charlie giving you Friday's market commentary and hopefully some live trading. It is quarter to 11. I've just actually deleted the first recording because we were 4 minutes in and hadn't done anything all morning, so I thought, well, there's no point in just keeping that there. So just started it again. No trading as yet today, a blank canvas on the account. Why is that? Well, let's go out to an hourly chart across the board here. So if we can see on the dollar yen, we are operating within about a 20 pip range. And if I go to even the euro dollar, it's not much better. So about a 20 pip range on the daily hourly charts of the euro dollar there as well. And even on the pound, which is having a little bit of some moves, but we're talking a slightly bigger range. Looks like maybe not even quite 40 pip range. So if we come out to the daily charts, it gives you a better idea. This is the candle for the daily chart here for the pound. See how small it is. And if we go to the euro dollar, again, same thing again, very small day. And not surprising, we're having a couple of inside days, small days after such the big move. And if we go back to the dollar yen, again, we'll see the same thing. So actually, you have to ask yourself as a trader, when the ranges are so small and there's not a lot going on, that whether you want to trade, and whether it's worth your while taking a trade. And so I've looked at this and saying, well, so far it doesn't look like it's worth my while trading, because we've got a choppy market sideways here on the dollar yen. So it could go either way, could pull back down, or it could break out. It's a bit too choppy to really take a decision on. And this is the thing with traders. Sometimes you can get pulled in or sucked into the markets just when the markets are just going to be in a choppy day, and you'll end up just getting chopped. So don't get me wrong, when it is choppy like this, the best way to trade is to trade the ranges. So fade the highs or the lows, but at some point it may just want to break out, and so you just don't know for certain. But certainly that would have paid off so far. I was going to try and get a short offer earlier on this morning around about here into the upper band, actually, when it came up, because we had negative momentum on the hourly charts. And it's run down, then it's come back up again. So I've just sort of thinking, oh well, and I missed that opportunity there, and it's come back up again. I don't know which way it's going to go now. It just wants to play around. So let's have a look at the daily charts. And this is a really interesting one because the way that the yen came back up. Now let's start off with the euro dollar. Obviously after FOMC, I was looking for the upside break on the euro dollar, and so we got that on. Had a lovely move up there. Kim had a great trade with the guys in the room on FOMC night. And so what we're looking for is, well, probably more upside. I'm still looking for more upside on the euro dollar overall. So definitely more upside to come. I think it's going to want to go up to 136 and then possibly higher. So let's go out to a weekly chart. And so we've got this 136 zone here, and this high of this on the weeklies is 137. If we come out to a monthly chart, then we start looking out back up towards the 148 level. So it really does have quite a bit of potential on it. On this euro dollar. So it's just a case of seeing if, I don't even think we're going to see too much of a pullback before it goes for another leg. So I don't think we're going to get much of one. So I am looking to get on the long side. There's a lot of shorts trapped on the euro dollar. So across the market actually, I think. So I'm just going to have a quick check. Let's have a quick look. Just having a look on my broker screen. Let's have a look here. So just to give you an idea, look how many people are short. 74.5% of retail traders are short the euro dollar, and they've been short. That's before FOMC. So there's a lot of people who are taking a lot of heat there on the euro dollar, and it's a similar sort of thing with the pound. It's eased off a little bit, 66% still short now, and same with the euro yen. Oh no, that's fairly even, Stevens. So it's the euro dollar, the biggest one, and then if you look at the dollar yen, actually we've got a lot of people who are long. So that's the way it gets a bit more confusing, because we can see that usually the retail traders are on the wrong side of the market. So maybe that means that the dollar yen is indeed going to back off, and the euro dollar go higher. So, but at the moment I'm just waiting for setups to come along. So I want to be on the long side of the euro dollar. The pound's already had such a great move on the daily charts. Let's bring it back out. It's come up to that upper trend channel line on the daily charts. But with every day that it comes in here, even if it doesn't back off too much, then this trend channel line is continuing to go higher again, as you can see here. So I think the euro goes higher, the pound will go higher again. So we've still got some good potential on those. Now the Aussie dollar, which I've been in love with for quite a long time, we've seen it's just had that wonderful move. And so if we've come out to the weekly charts, I just think at the moment, I was saying this in the trading room the other day, that because we've got this weekly declining 21 MA in play, which is still steeply facing down, I just think that this Aussie dollar may be due that finally due the retrace. So I'll be looking maybe to the daily 21 MA actually. I want to see a deeper retracement basically on the Aussie dollar. And also if we look at the monthly chart, it's come well within its bands, and quite often you'll see it comes sort of halfway, price come halfway within a band, and then will then come back down to retest. So it wouldn't surprise me to see a bit more downside on the Aussie dollar. So I'm not so bothered about trying to get on the long side of that one anymore, because it's already had such a great run and it's hit a lot of targets. So for now it looks like euro dollar is going to be the one that I'm going to be most interested in. Okay, I'll press pause for now. I don't know if we're going to get a trade, but we'll see. Actually, just back, we've got no news out today, so I think I'll probably just wrap this one up. But what I will say is that when it comes to the FOMC, so we go back to the euro dollar again, and take this on to an hourly chart so we can see when we had this big move. You must remember that when the markets move up like this, it always looks obvious that, oh, okay, well, why would you be shorting it? But you can bet your bottom dollar there were people, and I've just demonstrated by showing you the order book, that there were people all around the world trying to short this. And we even had someone come into our trading room who just announced right up at 135, just below, when it was just below 135 at the top here, that he just shorted. And I just think, well, why do you want to go against the market which is roaring up with such huge momentum like that? So you have to be very careful of going against a steam rock train like that, because you can end up just getting caught and the market just carries on going higher. So be careful not to stand in the way. Don't do what the masses do. And there are times when markets are likely to reverse, but you have to really be careful with those, because if the momentum's there and it's really forceful, then you're just putting yourself at risk by trying to stand in front of a freight train there. Anyway, that's my little word of warning there today. So this is what I'm looking for. I want to get on the long side on a swing basis on the euro dollar. I'm not expecting it to come down too much. If it does come down a bit more, so it's just a case of waiting for the euro dollar to kick in. So where could I potentially find the euro dollar to? There's two things here. We've got this hourly 50 MA. This is the white line on my chart there, which is it's coming down towards. Just want to check the 4-hour chart off screen at the moment, and then there's not too much for quite a distance. I think this is going to be one which may just. I'll tell you what I'm looking for here on the euro dollar. Let's bring the pen up. What I'd like to see is a little bit of this sort of price action, but I'm not expecting it to come down too low. So a little bit of this, and then hopefully in the early part of next week, it to sweep up, and then I start seeing the momentum engaging to the upside again, and that's when I'll get on it, because I think this will then go for another run. So that's how I'm going to play the euro dollar. Right, I shall leave that with you. Shame I couldn't get any live trades today, but I'm not going to force it on a day like today. We've got such small range, no point whatsoever. We'll come back to it next week. So have a great weekend, and be back in touch on Monday.